close, man. Man, come on. Come on, man. Oh, man.
We here, Fly Guys shit.
The most anticipated.
You feel me, Fly Guys shit.
This is... We've been waiting on this one, man. I don't think they're ready for this, though.
No, it's different. It's definitely
It
different.
is different. It's on a whole nother altitude.
Man, welcome to the first, not the last though, the first episode of the podcast, Fly Guys Podcast. This was something we've been working on for a minute. We wanted to do it last year. You know, things got, fuddled up, but we here now.
We here.
We here.
You feel me?
So,
couple topics to talk about.
We got a few topics to talk about.
A couple opinions to get up.
You know, it's Tone's birthday today.
Yep.
So
It's a funny weekend.
Come on, it's a
come
celebration.
on, man.
It's a celebration.
Thank you.
The Ray birthday on Tuesday, so it's the whole birthday weekend, man. You know,
It's a Sagittarius thing.
Sagittarius, man.
Season.
You feel me?
So
Real nigga months.
what was your what can you say about your last year being 24? What was something that you can reflect on? And how did you progress to where you are now?
I mean, really just going through the pandemic and finding out what I need to accomplish and just, not making goals, but sometimes you gotta adjust your goals.
Right.
And
Right.
pandemic gave me time to think about it and take time to think it out and make a plan.
Right.
And that's how it happens. You gotta have a plan.
That's good. What's your goal for this new year? Big 25. You gotta go in hard. You gotta do it big, man.
Shit, graduate, nigga.
Yes, sir, man. Graduate, man. Hey,
And then
this the recent graduate, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man. So,
what's I don't know what if you want to know or if you want to talk about life after graduation. But
how is life after graduation? That's a big thing,
Life after graduation, that transition is real, man. You gotta make sure you prepared.
Right.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
2020 it made things any easier at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At all. But you use this time to sit there and focus on shit that, couple weaknesses that you had.
Yeah.
During school and all of that. Things that I wasn't really too keen on.
Right.
I most definitely got I'm most definitely right now working on those.
Okay. Well, we are in the A, right?
Yeah.
Not even downtown, Buckhead.
Just Buckhead, yeah.
This
I love the scenery.
a different scenery. I always love coming to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But
Beautiful city.
it's a beautiful city, and it reminds me of where we from. Chicago.
Yeah.
Shout out Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
LA in the building, man.
You feel me? I let them know, man.
LA in the building.
It's different, but I love it. I love
You know
it
what I
out here.
mean? So it reminds me of Chicago, and do y'all see yourself ever living here in Atlanta at any point in y'all life? Not even just after college, or at any point.
I do. It's somewhere to start over, or not even start over, but just create and
There you go.
find your niche.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all the opportunities are here. And Chicago, you hear about it. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of violence. Atlanta isn't perfect, but it's better. It's improvement.
It's a whole lot better.
So you can't ignore that.
It's a lot of, I say, growth. You when you come out here, you can see the growth.
Right.
You feel me? And it's predominantly black. You see your own people out here.
Exactly.
They out here.
Exactly.
You see them successful.
Exactly.
You feel me? Make you want to get on it.
They call it the Black Hollywood, man.
They do.
Yeah, they call it the Black Hollywood.
Shit. I like it out here.
Right.
To be honest with you, I do a lot of growing out here for sure.
So I asked both of y'all, what do y'all like most about Atlanta?
I like the city. I like seeing a city gives me motivation. It motivates me seeing nice stuff, obviously, but I see black people with nice stuff.
Exactly.
Chicago is all white people.
Exactly.
You know, and it's harder. In
Exactly.
Atlanta, everybody can get it.
You see a lot of progressive people that's your kind.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you know, there are people that has money with you know, in Chicago that are black, but it's definitely
I think it's
predominantly
Yeah.
you know, a lot of black people that has a lot of money and a lot of power.
Yeah, one of the fastest growing cities right now.
Fastest
man.
growing,
Yeah,
definitely.
And you
definitely.
can see it, man.
You can definitely see
Love the
it.
environment.
People don't know about Chicago. Chicago's very racist.
Really.
Like if you go to certain parts, Chicago's still very racist.
Yeah.
It seems like it's not, but
Yeah.
downtown and in the nice place, see Atlanta in the nice places is still black empowerment and black, you know, involvement or whatever. But in
Right.
Chicago, it's a little different. In the city,
Mhm.
in downtown, it's
Right.
racist. It flips.
Yeah, most definitely. You will see segregation for sure. There's a lot of separation out there
Mhm.
on the West Coast.
On the West Coast.
Yeah, most definitely. You can see the difference. The lines, most definitely. The cutoffs.
So did you say what you know like about Atlanta specifically, or
What I like about Atlanta specifically,
right?
it's the women.
The women.
Huh.
The women for sure.
The women.
Yeah.
Is there something about them or what?
It's they different over here. They move different over here.
Yeah.
They look different over here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hey,
You like the Southern women, bro.
You know, I like, you know, being from the Midwest, man. A lot of the Chicago girls, you know, man.
Yeah.
Little ratchet, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Bachelor bougie.
yeah, a little bit of that. But that Southern,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. No wrong with it.
Atlanta-
I appreciate them.
Atlanta
Shout out
women.
to Chicago.
But I, you know, we lived out there all our lives, so we dealt with that.
Right.
So coming to the South and seeing a different type of vibe, and you know what I mean, because you know when we grew up, that was all we knew. We didn't know anything outside of
Right.
Chicago, and to see a lot of women that are beautiful and just have that Southern hospitality feel.
Mm-hmm.
It changed my outlook on a lot of women, man.
It's a real thing. Southern hospitality is a real thing.
Definitely. And they have a lot of respect. That's what I like, man. Like, in the Midwest, we not really too proper. And, like, a lot of people be saying yes, ma'am, and yes, sir.
Right.
Just the respect for each other, man. That's a big thing for me. So,
I first got down here, I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about?
yeah.
Like, yes,
yeah,
ma'am,
yeah.
no, sir.
We was never used to that.
Never.
Never. But it definitely made me appreciate the Southern women for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Since we talking about girls, man, do y'all think girls are funny? Like,
I don't think they're funny.
let me ask you, do y'all like a funny girl?
Of course.
Of course.
Gotta love it.
Who wouldn't?
Love it.
That's
funny
my
like that.
biggest. That's like, if you want to ask me, Josh, what would be the most attractive thing? Is a funny girl.
It most definitely personality, everything, you know.
Right.
I mean, it's great to see that, you know, I ain't gotta sit here and hold the conversation the whole time.
Man, dog. It's been so many times where I had to hold a conversation, man.
Yeah.
And I'm just, you know,
You put
gauging the
so much in it.
whole conversation the whole time.
Yeah.
The give and take, man. That's what I'm looking for real.
It helps out so much because, I mean, I can hold a conversation. I can carry the whole conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you have a girl with a personality that knows how to talk and know how to just converse and actually have an intellectual conversation, it's amazing, man. It's definitely amazing for sure.
Yeah, you gotta have that give and take, you know. And if you give and, you know, it's just like vice versa. Nobody wants some corny dude. You know?
Exactly. It's like a lot of times, you know, like you said, girls don't want no corny dude, so we don't, you know, want an unfunny girl, a girl that's not like boring. You know what I mean?
For me, you probably not really funny, but your attempts.
Exactly.
It's
It's the attempt that count. You know what I mean? You tried.
Yeah, you know.
You know, it's a lot of girls that just be too stuck up and like. Let me ask y'all this, man. do y'all like the you see on social media, you see on Instagram, on Twitter, you know, they got the little, you know, the Boujee Vibes, and they really uppity. Do y'all like that in a girl, or what?
In a way.
In a way?
In certain ways, you know. I mean, I feel as though that shouldn't be your vibe all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you could throw that guard up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's not a problem for me, but if I done sat there and you interested, you feel me?
Yeah.
We done found some interest in each other, you feel me? That stuck up stuff, you feel me? It could go. But you feel me? You ain't gotta be that all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, when you first, like, you don't know somebody, I see why, but I feel like if I know you and you still acting like that, then I'm gonna think you have a problem. Like, why you, like, relax?
Right.
Be yourself. You know?
Cause me, man, I like that bougie vibe. You know what I mean? Like he said, not all the time,
I love bougie
but when you can, you know what I mean, you can go out and you can kind of have that little flex. You know what I mean? That's a turn on, man. I mean, I don't want too much of a tom girl. You know what I mean? Tomboyish type girl. You know what I mean? But I love a girl that knows how to dress. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have to have that, you know, designer and all that, but she has to have a sense of fashion and a sense of her own style. Because a lot of these people, they wear the designer clothes, but they don't know how to wear it. You know what I mean? You gotta have that swag with yourself.
You feel me? Some fly girls. You feel me? Fly girls.
Fly girls coming soon.
Some fly girls coming
Be
soon.
on the lookout for that. But that own sense of style, man, that's important to me, because nowadays, man, you see not even just girls, but guys too, like, they follow the fashion trend, but do they really know how to wear it? You know what I mean? Because you gotta have that confidence when you walk, your swag, all of that. You know, it all plays a role in how you dress and how you carry yourself. That's the most important thing. You know, a lot of these times, you know, just girls don't, you know, they don't be too confident in themselves.
I think it's a lot goes into social media. I think. You know, like, cause it's a template. It's like an example of celebrities dressed like this, or top models or whatever, and they want to ascend to that, so they copy.
Yeah, so
And it's not really them.
it's not.
It's not really them.
It's not. You can tell when it's forced. You know what I mean? You can tell.
That's what I'm saying. Don't pretend.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times, a lot of people don't know themselves.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? And
It's for sure a journey.
you know, it takes some time. Like, it takes some time for guys and girls to know how much they matter. You know what I mean? And their self-worth. And we don't see that a lot of times. You know, being on social media, it's always a comparison to one another. And we got to break that stigma, man. Everybody's different. You know, everybody has their own way. And you got to be you at the end of the day. No matter how somebody looks or the likes you get, like, it's not all about that. Like, we have real lives outside of the internet and social media. And when you get so caught up into it, you know what I mean? You live for that moment. You live for, let me have the nicest fit, and let me have a birthday fits. Like, I had a birthday photo shoot, but I did it for me. I didn't do it for anybody else. You know what I mean? Because I knew that I wanted to do something different. You know what I mean? For myself. But, you know, a lot of times they see other people, you know what I mean? Like, let me do that. You know what I mean? And not even thinking that, am I going to do it for me? You know what I mean? You really got to see the intentions behind it.
And there ain't nothing wrong with being inspired either.
You
you just bring it back to your own little flair. You put your own twist to
it. Yeah, always. There's difference between inspiration and replication.
For sure.
You know what I mean? A lot of people.
It's a lot of replication out here.
You know,
some things, if you put your spin on it, you could make it better.
You can make it better.
Possibly.
Because we're all inspired at the end of the day. You don't get nothing. You can make your own, but it comes from a previous inspiration at the end of the day. Like, I tell you, my like, and I don't want to go off subject, I still want to talk about women, but my fashion, I get it from three people. Once I started wearing sneakers, Wale was one of the first people. Like, I was not, like, growing up, I never been like the sneaker type of guy. Like, I was always that dude to play video games, and that was it, you know what I mean? And I remember I seen Wale with the LeBron 9s. You know about the LeBron 9s, man.
Of course.
Once I seen them, I'm like, dang, I gotta take some from that.
Yeah.
And from there, man, that's when I really started getting into clothes. You know what I mean? Having my own swag, because we was in me and Tone went to the same high school. And you know what I mean? That's when my junior year of high school, I really started to get into that swag. You know what I mean? My own sense of style. And so
I just want to say real quick, like I grew up kind of a shoe head. Shout out my cousin Josh. He always had the J's, always had some 12s.
yeah.
FLYGUYs, what's the black and white ones called? The varsity 12s. I forgot. Anyway, but he always had the J's, and that's what made me like. It's important. Like, I feel like it's important. Like, some people look at your shoes first.
Oh yeah, off
And
ribs.
you gotta keep
Off
them
ribs.
clean. Gotta keep them crispy. You know, but everybody has their own thing. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you got any? I want to talk about girls, but we gonna what's your fashion style? Cause you got that LA swag, man.
But it's for sure the culture out there. It's for sure a distinct. You could tell.
Exactly.
Most definitely. But I mean, I always, you feel me? I was a ball player, so any basketball shoe to me, especially Jordan, was clean for me. You feel me? Like, you know, Jordan, those the ones that you wanted. You know, but you know, I always had a thing for, like, you know, just kind of presenting yourself in the best way you can. You feel me?
That's
at all times. That's it. You know, ever since I was a young one. So, you know.
Well, like I said, I want to go back to the females. We gonna go back. You know, what's your biggest female pet peeve? Anyone, or do y'all want me to start?
I mean, is emotion an answer? I mean, is that? I don't know if that's valid, but it's maybe over emotion. I think everybody has emotion, but over emotion.
Well, yeah.
Over emotional.
Just reacting unnecessarily. Like, what are we really arguing about? Sometimes it's them picking at something because of lack of attention. They really want your attention, but they may pick this to get on your ass about because they don't want to say, "Oh, I need your attention," because it sounds like they're needy. But they pick things that maybe you haven't done today, or communication, you know, which is a separate thing. But they really want your attention, and to come across as like it's not needy, they pick at this, but it's really stems from that.
Yeah, and then like to kind of piggyback off of that, it's really like how you don't give off a certain reaction to a certain thing that they feel as though you should react to.
Yeah.
That, you know, like it just, you know, that's communicate sometimes it's just a little different for me. You know, to really catch it all the time, to understand what they're trying to say, or, you know, how they feel on the situation.
Well, I mean, I think, you know, I feel like everybody has their pet peeve, not just females, you know.
Not just us,
Not
females
just
too.
us,
You feel me?
females.
Yeah, we gonna.
You know they got 'em.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? I say
We
this.
hear them all the time. We see them.
I say this
all the time.
I say this. What do y'all think that well, I don't even want to say that because we can't really think what, you know what I mean?
What do you mean? Like, what are their pet
What do you think that girls' pet peeves about us is?
I mean, you know, lying and cheating.
Bro,
that's gotta be at
communication
the top.
for sure. That'd be their main reason right there.
You know what I mean? I hear that
for
all the
sure.
time.
We don't communicate enough. Like I said, all right, lack of emotion or how the energy
Man,
we
that's
put,
my favorite. Lack of emotion.
the lack of emotion,
Lack of emotion,
the amount
sure.
of energy we put into a certain situation that they think we need to be
They don't
putting into.
they don't think we care.
Yeah, all of
You
that.
know.
So you know, I
But-
mean, I'm most definitely. I didn't heard some concerns.
What's a deal breaker when dating a female? What do you think is like? This is.
For me, hygiene.
Oh, yeah.
Hygiene.
That's important.
Not all women as clean as they present themselves to be.
You know, and we gonna get to other people, you know, tone and mine. But I learned that from a lot of girls that talked to me or said something. They said girls' dorms be worse than guy dorms.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I ain't gonna speak on that. We're gonna keep that on the DL.
Yeah, I mean,
keep that
but-
on the download. You feel me? Most
That's what I heard. You know what I mean? Hey, I could be wrong. But that would be crazy. You know, because you know that.
It's not something you used to hearing.
I
you
know.
feel me?
I know for like I stayed in Bethune, and I know that our dorms were pretty bad, man. Like, you know,
Man, but that's as guys though. It's kind of expected.
it's expected.
When
I
you
expected
for a
it,
dorm room full of.
but I never
guys,
stayed. You know, I never had that community living before. So once I came here my freshman year, like it was a different experience.
Yeah, that's some that's something shocking to see. You know, on
Wait.
the other end.
Speaking of, you know, our years here at Tuskegee, which was y'all best year? Like
Spring
your
19.
freshman, sophomore.
Freshman year.
For sure, freshman year, I feel as though freshman and sophomore year was a hype for me. For sure. Freshman year, it was like you know, I'm coming all the way from the West Coast to the South, new scenery, new people. I get to meet new people. It was, you know, it was something new for me. You know, new challenges. You know, to complete. You know, a new level in my life.
Man.
I agree. I think my first semester, fall 18, I'm used to having everything in my, I guess, arms reach or whatever.
Yeah, I know what
but
you're talking about.
Tuskegee, man, it's like you gotta find a way to get it.
You got it, yeah.
You gotta go through some tough nights.
Yeah.
And you gotta go without. That's
Yeah.
the main thing I learned.
Yeah. It's definitely some struggle. That definitely molded me and gave me a lot of character. For me, I'll say my sophomore year. Like my freshman year, it wasn't the typical freshman year because I was so like sheltered, you know what I mean? So like I don't want to say I stayed in most of the time, but like I didn't have, I guess, a friend group that would just, you know, let's go out. Like a lot of my friends that I kept around my freshman year, you know, they wanted to just study and do the things. But that freshman year, you know, you kind of get that just being free. Because I love being free, you know what I mean?
But yeah, freshman year,
I
you
did
still
that.
trying to maneuver
Feel
your way out. You know, you meeting people, all of
Yeah.
that. You know, who does what, you know, who is who, all of that, you know.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
But my sophomore year, though, man. Shout out Lige. Shout out Skeevy Peas, man. Dog. That sophomore year, man. That was crazy, man. It's just so much experience, man. It was just, you know, I just learned, you know, a lot about myself and things I like, you know, things I don't like. And man, when you have people that, you know, make you like want to be just better overall. But yeah, my sophomore year though, that was one for the books, man, because, you know, like I don't know, like it was just crazy, man. You know, I learned it. I learned a lot, you know, from girls to just knowing who I am. And once you learn a lot about yourself, that's when you start progressing. And so that kind of molded me, and then I've gotten better, you know, since then. So,
I know I came in late, but I saw a little like leftover of the Skiggy Peas.
Yeah.
Y'all was, let's say, funny. Y'all was funny.
Skiggy Peas is
different.
They don't know about the Skiggy Peas. That's
yeah, it's before that.
Before all this. So
yeah, it was y'all. Let's put it this way. Y'all was crazy. Y'all was crazy.
So, but
You gotta keep that on the down low.
yeah.
On the DL.
But that caps off the first episode, man. We talked a little bit about. We didn't want to get too in depth with a lot, but you know we topped off a lot of the topics that we wanted to get down to, and you know, I just hope that y'all like, comment topics that you want us to talk about, and subscribe. You know what I mean? This is a new era, for the Fly Guys.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's a certain, you gotta be on a certain altitude to fuck with us on some real shit.
It's a move. It's gonna be a movement,
It's
man.
a movement.
It's
Get your mind right.
you know what I mean, and I just hope that a lot of people gonna be ready.
Oh yeah.
So that's it, man. Hope y'all enjoy it.
You already know, that's why I walk out.